Hey guys, it's Siobhan with To Kitty and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing monthly horoscope readings for July 2019, and this is for Virgo. That can apply to Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, if you have Virgo heavily in your chart, or if you were just called intuitively to click on this video, there may be some messages here for you. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not all of the energy is going to, interesting. Not all of the messages are going to apply to everybody. Just take what resonates with you and leave the rest here. Always compare everything to your inner truth. So never take anything as external truth just because you think somebody has more knowledge than you or is more connected than you. Always compare everything, all information that is coming from outside of you with what you believe to be true inside of you. All right, so Virgo, this month I was picking up on some really good energy for you. So I tuned into your energy as I always do, and I channeled some information before the reading, and I'm still feeling it now. I'm still in it right now, and it feels really good. Initially, I felt really big, so I closed my eyes, I set my intention, I connected to Source and my guides, and I did my whole thing, my whole routine. And I immediately felt huge, like really big. And I had to open my eyes because I'm like, am I still in this body? Because I felt like my body was really small and my consciousness was just really big. And I felt this a couple of times in the past during my intense, during some particularly intense meditative states. But this had just happened really quickly, and it just felt very natural. I didn't have to work super hard to get there. It was just like all of a sudden I was huge. It was just like, this is just how it is. It's normal. It's fine. And then I felt this feeling of contentment and peace. This really just, it's good. It's a good feeling. It feels warm in the pit of my stomach. It's like inner balance, comfort, safe. It feels like home, like this really satisfied feeling, just feeling really good, but not good in like the mental sense, but feeling really good in like a physical sense. Like I just feel my body feels really, like just really happy. My body feels safe. My body feels content. It's just very satisfied with like where it's at. That's what it feels like. So I hope that you guys can feel that, because thank you for sharing that with me. It feels fantastic. So I'm going to be using a different deck than normal. I was called to use this particular deck for this month's readings for all of the horoscopes because it's got slightly different images, meanings, symbolism, etc. So there's messages specifically from this deck, which is the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, that want to come through for the collective this month. So let's see what comes up for you guys. Virgo, July 2019. Time is not linear, so it can already have influence from the past, or it can have influence in the future. Keep that in mind as well. So current self energy of Virgo. Disruption. Tower card. Current self. Theme of the month. Fertility, the Empress. She looks like Celine Dion. Anyway. Sorry. Spiritual strength. Oh, that's awesome. Key goal this month. Key goal for Virgos. Recognition and reward. This has been coming up a lot in many of the readings. That's interesting. Underlying themes going on throughout the collective. Obstacle to overcome. Well, that was really fast, and it's the crown chakra coming through as an obstacle. Okay. Major accomplishment. Oh, firm foundation. Perfect. Yeah, so that's... And spiritual union. I was debating on turning this one over. I could feel it sort of buzzing in my hand. So spiritual union I'm going to put there as well. What to avoid. Ooh, memories of love, Six of Cups. Ah, and as I said that, I saw a spark of light off to my right-hand side. So somebody's here. What to embrace? What should Virgos embrace? That's a lot to embrace. I'm not gonna, it's like a huge chunk. What should Virgos embrace in the month of July 2019, please? Just one card. Nope, they're giving me chunks. You have a lot to embrace this month, Virgos. Please, just one card. Two cards. We have the base chakra, which is the root chakra, and the card of emotional loss, so Five of Cups. Where to find support? Material harvest. Nine of Pentacles, I believe. Advice and encouragement. Truth. So that's actually come up in other readings as well. So there's lots of repeating themes in various different ways. As we are all connected, we're all one. We do appear in different, groupings, but we're all one, and we go through these underlying themes as a collective, just in various different ways, depending on our sign and how the astrology is affecting our chart, etc., etc. So the current self energy for Virgo, you guys are coming up as disruption, which is the Tower card. So a lot of the time people fear the Tower, but in the long run and in the short run, the Tower is actually good for you because it's getting rid of the things that you don't need in your life anymore, things that aren't in alignment with you, things that are resonating at a vibration that is not conducive to your vibration. So basically, like for example, you may need to, at a small level, you may just need to purge your clothes, like do a little post-spring cleaning. Go through all of the clothes that you don't wear anymore, that don't spark joy for you, like the KonMari method says. Hold each item of clothing and look at it and say, does this spark joy for me? If it's a no, then it needs to go because it's not in vibrational alignment with who you are anymore. And so this purging, which is what the Tower card represents, it's like this purging of the old that's no longer in alignment with you. And what causes that purging is a stroke of inspiration from the divine. So this is higher vibrational energy coming in through your crown chakra. And in the original depiction of the card in the tarot, in the traditional tarot, it's a lightning bolt striking the Tower, which is represented by information and light codes coming in through your crown chakra, which cause this disruption in the physical reality of things that aren't in alignment with your divine essence. So this is kind of where you're at. You may be going through several different Tower moments, from little things to big things. This can be like endings of relationships or turbulence in relationships. It doesn't have to mean that you're going through a breakup. It can just mean that you're going through a rough patch. You've hit a little rumble streak or something like that, But it doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting off the ride. It can be a little bit of a roller coaster though. But this can also indicate, leaving your job willfully or unwillfully, whatever it is that is in relation to you, you'll know what it is for you. But whatever it is, it's because it's not in alignment with your soul. So if it's being taken away from you, or if you're feeling prompted to let it go, that's for a reason. And it's easier to willingly let go of something than it is to have it taken from you. Because when it's taken from you, then you associate it with loss. But when you willingly acknowledge that it's not in alignment with you and let it go, then you can be more at peace and more secure in that decision, in that occurrence, in that experience as a whole. So anyway, the theme of the month, we have fertility and spiritual strength. So these are two major arcana. Actually, you have a pretty good amount of major arcana. So this is like a major month for you guys. There's lots of big themes, big lessons, lots of stuff going on spiritually and energetically. And of course, because we've got all these eclipses this month, and well, two, all these eclipses. Well, we've got 2 eclipses this month and 2 new moons in the same sign. So, you know, this is a lot to do with the nurturing aspect. This is the, you know, we're in Cancer season. We had the Cancer new moon solar eclipse. So this is very much about the mother, the divine mother energy, which is the Empress energy. This is the nurturer, the goddess aspect within us all. That's coming forward this month. So this is literally a theme of the month, because this is in the theme of the month position, is fertility. So it's getting into that Empress energy, that goddess energy, that divine mother, that nurturer, being able to create whatever it is that you want, either at a physical level, at an emotional level, at a spiritual level. It's all connected. So getting in balance with your heart chakra, which is what I'm seeing here from her, and tapping into this spiritual strength from your heart is really important. And I'm being drawn to her hair, which looks like tree branches. And we have the crown chakra and the base chakra here, which is the top and the bottom of your immediate physical energetic system in your body. So these are the roots of the tree, which is the base chakra, and the branches of the tree, which are the crown chakra. So this is really getting you reconnected with that spiritual aspect of yourself, because that's where your spiritual strength lies. It's in the connection that you have to the all. It's in your multidimensional self. It's connecting with your higher self. So you've got you in your physical incarnation in this body, and then you've got the much larger you, your higher self, your all self, your God self, whatever you want to call it, your oversoul. This is just the avatar. That's who you actually are. And you are supporting and protecting yourself. You are guiding yourself. You were drawn here to this video by this version of you. And this version of you may be going, yeah, right. But this version of you is like, yeah, right. So this is what I was feeling. This is what I was feeling, is like this little tiny body was housing all of this. It was a really cool feeling. And I know that you guys can tap into that because it was coming from you. So the key goal this month is recognition and reward. And I think this really stems back to recognizing and rewarding yourself, or honoring yourself for how far you've come. So you may not be exactly where you want to be just yet, and you may actually be where you want to be. And that may be where this comfort is coming from. Whatever it is for you, you're exactly where you need to be. Whether you're there yet or you're not, you're exactly where you need to be. And you're being given the spiritual strength to recognize that, and to be grateful for that, to accept that, to embrace that for what it is, because it's all experiences that lead you to wisdom. So this recognition and reward could come in a physical sense, as we do have material harvest in the spread as well. So you may be receiving some kind of physical recognition and reward, like an award or compensation, some small amount of money or a large amount of money. Something to balance out that tower moment that you're currently in, or that you've gone through. So, you know, there are many positive aspects here, so keep the faith. The obstacle to overcome, we have the crown chakra. So if the crown chakra is coming up in the obstacle position, that tells me that there's a block there of some kind. And the crown chakra is what connects you to your higher self. It's what connects you to source, to God, to the all. This is your knowing. This is your divine knowing of connection. So if this is cut off, then you're feeling cut off from not only yourself, but from everyone around you, because everyone's a reflection of you. So if your crown chakra is blocked, you may be having thoughts of like, I'm all alone, I'm separate, I'm small, I'm limited, those kinds of thoughts, especially if there's something going on with the root chakra as well, because this is the top and bottom of the system. And if they're both blocked, then you've got no energy coming in, and then you spiral into what's called kiki. And that is when you're using up all your own energy instead of tapping into the Reiki, which is the universal life force energy. So the crown chakra is where this universal life force energy comes in. So you want to tap into the Reiki, not the Kiki. And we're all guilty of doing this at some point. I've definitely done it. It's that like anxious worry, fear state that you get into, and you feel separate and you feel cut off. You're like, there's not enough time, there's not enough money, there's not enough this, there's not enough that. And you start stressing and your mind is just going in circles. That's kiki. Recognize when you're doing that and consciously imagine a flower at the top of your head blooming and allowing all of this light into the top of your head, in through your crown chakra, because that's where it is. And this will literally feel like that. Like you'll have these roots, these tree branches coming out of the top of your head and connecting to everything. Everything's connected. This is where that fertility comes from. That's where this abundance comes from, and the spiritual strength. So it's tapping into that higher aspect of you through the crown chakra. If you guys need a Reiki session to help clear out and align these chakras, if there's blockages, or if you're resonating with this and you feel like you need it, the information's in the description box below. So up next we have the major accomplishment, which is firm foundation. And this in other decks to me is about celebration and even union, partnerships of some kind, relationships, marriage even. And I'm seeing, especially with this triangle here, the triangle is the strongest point, or the strongest shape in nature, the strongest structure in nature, whatever you want to call it. It's a sacred geometry of equilibrium and stability. It's got a very strong foundation. So spiritual union, this could be a very strong relationship. This could be a marriage. This could be a partnership, a soulmate relationship, twin flame relationship, whatever you want to label it. It doesn't really matter what the label is. It's about what the experience is. And the experience here, which is the major accomplishment, is a firm, balanced foundation. So that could be the feeling I was picking up on. It was like this sense of contentment, peacefulness, just pure happiness, but at a very sort of grounded level. It wasn't like jumping for joy, overexcited. It was just this really peaceful, contented state. Almost like the feeling of when you're falling asleep in the arms of the person that you love. You feel at peace. You're a bit drowsy. You're content. You're calm. You feel warm. You feel safe. You feel protected. You feel love. That's the feeling. That's the feeling that I was feeling. So if you're not feeling that right now, then this is something to look at. These are some of the blocks that are coming up to let you know that that's there for you. You just need to tap into it by clearing some of these blocks, by getting reconnected, by tapping into that spiritual strength, that higher aspect of you. Because this spiritual union can also indicate you coming into spiritual union with that higher aspect of you. So you have to make the choice to become connected with that version of you. Because it's a free will universe. And although it's still you, your ego can choose to sort of shut down that communication. So spiritual union it's a major accomplishment this month. So congratulations, you guys, if you're not in it yet. Keep up the good work. Keep up the unification of these two seemingly opposite energies of like the physical self and the spiritual self. Keep bringing those two together, because that's the firm foundation. And I wanted to mention one more thing before I move on to the next card. This triangle here is right over the base of his back, which is the lower part of your base chakra, or that is the base of your spine is your root chakra, your base chakra. So again, that's coming up. There may be something there. If you're not feeling this peace, contentment, and safety that I was feeling from you guys, then it's indicating that there's a block there, and that's why. Because when the root chakra is blocked, it's blocked by fear. It's blocked by a feeling of lack of security, literally the complete opposite of the feeling that I was feeling. So it's blocked by that lack feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like you're not safe, feeling like any kind of attack or feeling fear. That really blocks the root chakra. So I'm jumping a bit ahead here. So let's move forward with what to avoid. So avoid memories of love. Okay, so to me, this means avoid ruminating on the past because, well, it's going to come up. We're heading into Mercury retrograde right now, and all of your past relationships are going to resurface in some way, whether that's through dreams, whether that's through just being reminded of it, seeing pictures of it popping up on your feed all of a sudden out of the blue, or you maybe your ex texts you or calls you, something like that. That's Mercury retrograde. That's the influence that it has, among other things. But this memories of love is in the what to avoid position. So avoid falling backwards into where you've been, because you're not going there. You're not going to where you've been. You're going to where you're going. So keep moving forward, not backwards. Keep moving forwards. And if it's coming up, that means that there's something there to be healed. So this may have contributed to the blockage in the root chakra or the crown chakra. So that's something to be aware of as well. That's what they just told me to mention. So 7 is what to embrace. We've got the base chakra and emotional loss. So embrace the healing of this emotional loss, because that's what's blocking the root chakra from either allowing you to have this spiritual union within yourself, or from having that feeling of contentment and safety and balance with your current partner or with a potential partner if you're single. You know what I'm saying? So emotional loss in the what to embrace position is about healing. As you can see, he's got the light there over his heart, and he looks a little bit what's the word? Trepidatious. He looks trepidatious. He looks a little bit like, oh, I don't know. I'm a little bit scared to move forward. I don't really know what's going to happen. Is it okay? Is it safe for me to let go of those past things? Is it? Is it really? Maybe my pain is safer than the unknown. Maybe I'll just hold on to it. That's kind of what he looks like. But this is asking you to embrace the letting go. Embrace letting go of the grief. Embrace healing the past, because it's coming up for a reason if it's coming up, right? So embrace the healing. Purge it. Let it go. Let the disruption come. Honor it for what it is, and then let it go, because change is afoot. 5 is the number of change. And then we have where to find support. Material harvest. So you're being supported by abundance right now. You're being supported by major abundance of whatever it is that you need right now. So because you've got fertility and material harvest. So you have the capability to be able to create, manifest, attract whatever it is that you want. The vibrations have been really high lately with all of these incoming energies from the universe, from our sun, from within ourselves through the ascension process. So our ability to manifest is getting a lot faster. So it's very imperative at this time to release what's not serving you, because it's only holding you back from manifesting what you really want, what's really going to bring you that sense of contentment. And it may not be what you think that you want. It's what you need. But you'll always get, you might not, what's that song? You don't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Okay, I'm gonna stop, but that, like, seriously, you're gonna get what you need, and it's gonna be better than what you expected. So advice and encouragement from Spirit, Truth, and they're drawing my attention to the scales. So this is all about balance and moving forward. As you can see, this figure in the picture has their back faced to us, which indicates that they're moving forward. They're becoming balanced, and there's this portal, there's this gateway here into the universe. It's beautiful, actually. You can't really see it. Well, you can kind of see it. But in person, it looks a lot, it's like a spiral galaxy. It's really cool. It's like a vortex. So this portal, this opportunity that you have this month to find balance within so that you can move forward. That's what all of these retrogrades are all about, because we're not just having Mercury retrograde, we've got like 6 planets in retrograde. It's insane. Plus the eclipses. Oh my God, like there's so much energy going on. So check out my energy update videos if you haven't already for more information on that. But yeah, overall, you guys are feeling really good. Like, I feel really good just being in your energy. So thank you for sharing that with me. Let's get a card from the Amenti Oracle. You can't always get what you want. I affirm that all life is sacred. Okay, so what does this mean to me? This is actually a new deck for me, so you know what? I don't normally actually look these up. I do them intuitively, but this one they're telling me to look up. The only thing is that they didn't number the pages, so you just kind of have to scroll through and find where this is at. Whatever, I can edit this out later. And if I didn't, well then, just bear with me. Ah, okay. Here it is. I affirm that all life is sacred. In ancient days, Egypt was called Kem, which translates to black earth and refers to the fertile soil of the Nile River Valley. It is believed that both chemistry, the study of the substances that form matter, and alchemy, the art of understanding the relationship between consciousness and matter, both find their roots in Kem's cradle of civilization. An alchemical understanding of the world lends itself to a vision of sacredness within all of life, with the idea that life itself is a byproduct of mind, with the understanding of mind being the soul of all that exists. Similarly synchronous, the ancient Egyptian ethos places the pinnacle of the personality as a force of nature's soul. From the one mind, alchemically symbolized as a circle, emerges the square of the 4 elements of earth, air, fire, and water. Surrounding the square, we then find the triangle of the 3 alchemical principles that govern the all of it all. Sulfur, which is the soul, consciousness, awareness. Mercury. Mercury, which is spirit of mind. And salt, which is the body, structure, and thought. So that's interesting that we've got the triangle here as well. So the circle representing the from the one mind, alchemically symbolized as a circle. So the one mind and the triangle of the 3 alchemical principles that govern all of it. I think that's all that they wanted me to share from that. But that's really interesting. So we've got those 2 aspects here. So and the card too. So it's got the circle around her head, and again the circle around her head. And that's representing, I think, the crown chakra. So major stuff coming in through your crown chakra. That's the takeaway here. This is big stuff. Let's see. No, you guys need crystal this month. Okay. What crystal would benefit Virgos this month? Rhodozite. Let's see. Number 43. At least these ones are numbered so I can find them really quickly. Okay, rhodozite, the mighty power. Zingy rhodozite is excellent for removing blockages and for adding vitality to the physical body. It cleanses, activates, and powers up all the chakras and harmonizes the etheric bodies. This crystal encourages the flow of Kundalini energy to all the cells and the spaces between. Karmic imprints from your past lives or emotional Emotional wounds from earlier in your present life may be creating a state of psychosomatic dis-ease. Your own negative or compulsive thought patterns also play a part, as can those of other people directed toward you. Check out the harmony or lack of it in your environment. Earth energies may be disrupting your well-being. The ground around your workplace and your home may need healing and stabilizing by planting suitable crystals into the earth. Living in a healthy, stable environment creates a stable physical body. It's interesting that that's a lot of what I was picking up on in the channeled information. That mighty power, that's that huge spiritual strength, that version of you that's huge and holding up the foundation. The karmic stuff from past lives, emotional wounds, the blockages, healing of blockages, powering up all the chakras. Yeah, so lots of big stuff here, guys. All right, well, that is your reading for the month of July 2019. I really hope that this resonated. I always share these readings with the intention that you will gain clarity, insight, confirmation, activations, healing, and if nothing else, at least support and love. I hope that you receive it from that place. If you guys would like to book a personal reading or a private Reiki healing session with me, all of the information is in the description box below. I highly recommend the Reiki healing, especially if you've got these kind of blockages going on. I specialize in chakra clearing of blockages, chakra balancing, alignment, healing of past life stuff, past emotional trauma and core wounds, and rebalancing and bringing light and activations into the chakra and physical body system. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave it at that for the day. I wish you the best of luck. This energy feels really, really good. So if you're not in it yet, I really hope that you get there because it's available to you. If you need support, please reach out. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers and existing subscribers. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the comments, like, shares, subscribes, all of it. I appreciate you so, 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 so much. All right, guys, we'll see you next month. Bye.